Hello friends, welcome to Skelly's Garage.
Hello friends, welcome to a very special episode of Skelly's Garage. This is Alex, and I'm Sam. This is Alex's new project. It is a 1986 Chevy Corvette, and it's quite unlike anything else that I've had on my channel, because it's neither German nor Japanese.
It's very American.
Very American.
I just bought this last week and I've been driving it around and it works, but it has had 500 miles on it over the last 10 years. The tires are in good shape, the brakes are in good shape, but we want to give a little new life to a bunch of different things.
We got to do a bit of a tune-up, basically. That's easy enough. We bought a bunch of parts, and by we, I mean I bought a bunch of parts, and Alex will eventually pay me for them.
We have shocks.
We have shocks.
There's some parts that I did actually buy.
Yeah, transmission fluid filter and gasket, and a few other key maintenance items like
Air filter, which we won't do today because we're still waiting for a housing.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Spark plug, tap and distributor, wires and plugs.
Easy peasy. There's a bit of a noise on startup, so we're going to try to identify where it's coming from. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I don't know how to talk to the camera. So the first order of business is to replace these shocks. These shocks are in terrible condition. The bushings are completely blown out. I don't know what ultra means, but it looks like it's at least my age. And it's the same story on the other side. So we need to fix that. You obviously noticed that we're not at my garage because we're at Alex's garage. And so while Alex is getting some plywood to put the jack on, I can share with you that I actually drove this car for a few days myself, and I quite liked it. And there he is.
This is going to be our new shop plywood.
Shop plywood. That's the technical term. Oh my God! Wait, hang on, that's not secure.
Wait.
You know you have to do the thing.
Which thing? Oh, yeah. That'll hold.
Yeah. This is my old gun. I gave it to Alex. So, this is a new shock. It's made by KYB. While this is not the sportiest of all shocks, sportiness is not necessarily what Alex has in mind. Alex wants a comfortable ride, and KYB will do that just fine. But they are cheaper than Bilstein's, and they are made in Japan. So, they are good things. Tell us, Alex, what do you do first?
I've never done shocks, but it looks like you would just take off this nut first, and then take off those two nuts.
That's correct. This is working surprisingly well. We unscrew this nut. We could, of course, remove this destructively, but why do that? Excellent.
There it goes.
All right, tell the nice people what you're doing.
I'm taking a 13 millimeter with a impact gun and giving it a quick ugga-dugga. Got the bushing out.
There we go. That's a shock. I am a strong boy, but I'm not that strong. Like, you shouldn't be able to just do that. Anyway, these are trash.
So the bushings go on first the plate such that the scoopy side is holding the bushing. Which way does this go? This goes this way. So the nipple goes into the hole. Then this goes in and the other two go in reverse.
All right, now let's do the top mount.
Nipple first, then the plate on top. And then...
Take the new...
Oh, so interesting. There's two new nuts. One of them is thinner. I'm guessing one of them is to lock the other one. Put the thick one on first. And then we're going to sit here forever.
The torque spec for the top mount is fascinating. Yeah.
Compressing rubber, right?
Yeah, it's until the rubber squishes past the washer. So you're going to buy some ratcheting box wrenches, huh?
Mm-hmm. Might even do that today if we go to the auto parts store. All right. Oh, now it's twisting the shock.
Yep.
All the way down by hand. Pass me. You know, I've never heard the song Little Corvette by Prince.
Really?
Yeah, someone started singing it the other day when I rolled up in this thing.
I believe it's 19 pound-feet for
those bolts?
Yeah.
Should we check the service manual?
Yeah. Unlike BMW's TIS, which I can access on a computer, this is the 1986 Corvette shop manual.
Steering, suspension, and wheels.
Front suspension,
3C. There's 3.3 though. Where is 3C? Why is it numbers here? 3A,
Okay.
3B. I don't understand how the pages are numbered here.
All right, 3C.
3C, okay.
Easy to understand, easy to read. All right, shock. So 22 foot-pounds, which is 30 Newton meters. Little red Corvette. And that's as much as we can do without copyright violation. Don't like this wrench. I like my wrenches more. I don't like this wrench, 'cause I like my wrenches more. So that's the job done. Now that the front shocks are in order, it's time to do a little bit of a tune-up on the ignition side. We have new spark plugs and new spark plug wires. I also ordered new components for the, the cap and rotor and whatever they're called, but they haven't arrived yet. The spark plugs are literally right here. You can see them. Like, you don't even have to take off any covers. That's not good.
That is a lot of gunk.
I got to work taking the old spark plugs out while Alex figured out what the new spark plugs should be gapped to. We join him now for his demonstration. All right, Alex, you're gonna show us how to gap plugs.
Okay. You take the spark plug, you figure out which size you need. For us, it's 0.035, and you want that size to just barely fit through. But currently, the bigger ones all fit through too. So what you do, you take the plug and you go.
Does that work? Yeah, does that
Yeah,
work?
I think it got a little smaller. I actually did get a little smaller.
The 035 should barely go through.
Yeah.
But the top, but
It's
the
a little
next,
loose still. The next size does not.
yeah, that's fine. That's how you tell.
Yeah.
All right. While Alex continues to gap these plugs, I'm gonna go take the rest of the old ones out. Wow, this spark plug was not in tight at all. I thought this was supposed to have all the space. So why can't I put my entire hand in here? Come here. Come here. Look at this. Every single person who's ever complained about how complex or annoying to work on like foreign cars are, like this side of this engine, the 350, all of these spark plugs are impossible to get to, and the best one is the furthest one forward, because you barely have enough space to just get the socket on, and that's all you get. Can't turn it, nothing.
Got one. There we go.
Nice.
Thing around.
This was such a fucking nightmare.
It's not the engine's fault. It's all the
Yes, it is.
It's all the accessories around the engine's fault.
It's also the engine's fault. And Mr. General Motors did this to me. Oh, yeah, baby. All right, we're in.
Okay.
While I continued with my passenger side spark plug sufferings, Alex began to replace the spark plug wires.
Pop these guys off. They are brittle because they're old. But we're just gonna be real careful. Try to find a way to sneak this out of here. Oh yeah. That nice spark plug wire.
Things were going swimmingly until I dropped a spark plug
Блять.
behind an exhaust manifold.
Я просто застрелюсь сейчас.
While Alex went to go find a magnet, I took off the cover plate for the distributor and provided a sit rep. I'm here without my tools, dropping spark plugs behind exhaust manifolds. Just getting real frustrated, like.
What I have here is a gaggle of spark plug wires and my one old wire.
I have 3 out of 4 plugs on this side.
Nice.
I still have to find the plug that ran away. I never
Okay.
lost control.
I
should probably have
think it was wired wrong. It was sitting this way,
Uh-huh.
and this one go to this one.
You should check the factory service manual and see.
Okay, I'm gonna go take a look then. You were wrong.
Yeah, nice. What do you mean I was wrong? Does it? It doesn't literally go
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a zigzag.
fucking way.
Yeah, so.
That's insane.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are all the odd numbers.
What if the spark plug is gone, never to be seen or heard from again?
Oh, there you are.
Nice. I think the camera should be on you. That's where the real entertainment is.
This is not good entertainment. This is like watching a snuff film.
Yeah, I want to regap this plug.
Did I not do a good job?
No, it's not that. It's because I dropped it a few times.
Yeah.
Oh!
Was
Oh
on
my
the
god,
ground.
success!
Beautiful.
Oh man, I'm gonna cry. This is a longitudinally mounted engine. This is supposed to be literally the easiest type of fucking car to work on.
What is Sam suffering with today?
Just a little too short.
It's easiest with that bit. If you can get it started like that. Yeah, this side was definitely easier.
Well, I'm glad to be validated. Alright, just cleaning up the wires here.
So we're gonna take the serpentine belt off.
So the tensioner is right there.
Yep.
You should be able to clip into the tensioner.
Yep.
Is that all you got?
I think take it off a different pulley. Yeah, there you go. Now we're gonna.
This is your old belt.
Beautiful.
Looks like shit. All right, let's spin the pulleys. Alternator sounds okay.
Look at all that cracking on the belt.
I think that's just an idler pulley. It doesn't look like it's connected to anything. Water pump. Okay. AC. Sounds all right. Power steering pump is fine. And then, whoa,
That squeaks.
that's
Look
pretty
at
bad.
that.
So, what is this? Is this? Oh, this must be the emissions pump. BMW calls it the secondary air pump, but it's probably called something else.
Smog pump.
Smog pump?
Smog pump.
Yeah, that tracks. Anyway, so you're gonna need a new one of these. Because I don't see a bearing on the pulley. I bet it's internal.
Yeah, the fan spins when you spin the pulley. It's
Yeah.
bolted on.
All right. Well, okay. So let's put the new belt on.
Wait a second. Okay, that's on. Up and over that smog pump and that alternator
Yep.
around it.
Can't.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
And now we're on.
Is that it?
That's it.
All right. Let's just make sure that everything's correct. Yep.
If it sits, it shits.
That's vulgar and completely unacceptable. All right. Fire in the hole.
Fire in 8 holes.
Fire in 8 holes, indeed.
Let's take it for a quick spin.
All right. All right. So, Jesus Christ. So, I don't know that there's going to be a lot of useful discussion that happens while we drive,
Nope.
but I think we just drive. It's a lovely day out.
It is. Could turn on the fog lights for aesthetic.
Yeah,
Or the whole lights. Will the camera catch it?
probably.
Whee. Feels pretty good.
Yeah?
I don't know if I notice any like actual difference, but
I don't think that you would.
yeah.
How do you feel? I mean, next, so we did what? We did the belt. We did the serpentine belt. We got your new shocks.
Mm-hmm.
and we have your plugs and wires done.
Need to do the distributor cap and rotor.
Once those arrive, we'll do the distributor cap, the distributor rotor,
Hood shocks.
the hood shocks,
Fluid.
transmission fluids. Yeah, so we got another weekend in it,
Yeah.
and I think we'll be in good
There was
shape.
one more thing. It was
Rear shocks.
rear shocks, yeah.
I like this car.
It's a fun car.
I mean, I don't know, like, I'm glad that you own it so that it is proximal to me. I don't want to own it, but I am glad that someone near me does. You know what I mean?
No, I get it. I'm glad that I own it. This is exactly the car I want right now. And thank you for making sure it runs well. Idling beautifully, 700 RPM.
That's good.
I think it's actually idling a little better than it was. Like a little bit of roughness on the idle before we did the spark plugs.
Yeah. Putting in properly gapped plugs, new wires, that's never going to make a car run worse.
Yeah.
Alex drove it on the way here, but the camera did die. So far it looks like it's going yet. So let's go back. Ooh,
T-bar nails.
look at that Corvette. Ours is nicer. Don't acknowledge them. Embarrassing. Theirs is cringe, ours is cool.
Ours is pretty cool. Car for sale. Does that have 2 donuts on it?
No?
Is just the wheels? They're so tiny.
Yeah, they're like 14s. The Chevy Aveo. Those cars are pieces of shit. Sorry, that was me getting off the clutch lazily. Those are not actually Chevrolets, they're Deus. So, for anybody who doesn't know what the Doug Nash 4.4 plus 3 is, if you look at this transmission, you'll see that it's marked R, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You would find the gear pattern display a sticker or an emblem on a normal car. On this one, it's a button. And when you push a button, a little light turns on here. And when you push it, it turns off again. This little light only turns on as allowed in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th gears. And watch what happens. We're driving at 25 miles an hour. We're at about 1900 RPM. If I push the clutch in and then you hit the overdrive, it goes to 1300 RPM. We'll go back, and you can see that it's again higher. This basically it's a high or low for each of the 2nd through 4th gears.
And it's automatic.
Yes.
Back down.
That's what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah, that's
the
a little-
underpasses. Also, look at some of the really cool things on this. Like, you've got all these switches and shit, and they like show you relevant information that you might be interested to know about. Like, if you wanted to know what your oil press was, you could select oil press. I don't know what oil press is. I know what oil pressure is. I've never heard of oil press. But if you want to see your oil temp, it's there as well. Coolant temp, voltmeter. This is useless. Range and trip odometer. I mean, the range is useless.
Gas range? What? Why? It actually works.
No, it doesn't. It's extremely. It varies immediately. Like it doesn't calculate on an average.
It's using the average MPG.
Yeah.
My favorite button is the English to metric button, which will convert the whole
I
dash.
do like that, honestly. Because, yeah. So now we're in kilometers. And it's correct. 86, 85 degrees Celsius in coolant temp, 90 degrees in oil temp. For a car made and released in 1986, this thing is pretty cool. I think this is a chromatic, autochromatic mirror. It's busted, but it looks like it was an autochromatic mirror because of all this collection here. It makes me think that. there is there is a photo cell in the dash to you know, automatically adjust the brightness of the display.
I replaced that yesterday.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go under this overpass here, and I'm gonna hit the gas. We're gonna hear what it sounds like. You like that?
I like that.
All right.
We did it.
We did it. That's probably it for today then.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that concludes the first weekend of working on the Corvette. Alex and I will be back soon to finish up the rest of the task list and get his Corvette riding even better for the last bits of our northeastern summer. In the meantime, don't worry, the conclusion to the M54 rebuild is coming your way soon as well. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks as always to my patrons, and we'll see you again soon.